What is up, folks? Briston Gaming. We are back with another episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Weekly, the show where we help you figure out what mods are good for you. And this week we have a easy week ahead of us. Every mod we're going to cover is not server side, so you guys don't have to worry about that. They're all client side. But before we jump anything, I do want to take a second to say thank you, mod authors, and thank you, community members, because everything you guys have been doing is awesome. Mod authors, you guys are coming out with new stuff, updating old stuff, which is just beyond cool for this late in an alpha. Community members, you guys have been killing it. I really appreciate the support. It means the world to me. Thank you guys so much. But also, I want to mention, I'm going to be hosting a Conan Exiles server through the Vidui42 Discord. So if you guys know who Vidui42 is, awesome. If you don't, go check out some of his videos. He does a lot of really helpful stuff. He's a very cool guy to get along with. But I'm going to be hosting a server through his Discord where we can get on and play Conan together. So if you guys like Conan, you guys can find me on there. But with that, we're going to go ahead and jump into the mods. And the first mod is Pick Locked Doors by Aidenthorn. And it's a small, simple little DLL mod that just lets you pick locked doors. This really all it does. If you've got lock picks, you can sit here and pick locked doors. It's something that I think should have been in the game from like the get-go, but for whatever reason it hasn't been. But to me, this is kind of a godsend for single player because sometimes you don't want to take the time to bash through a door and alert zombies and stuff like that when you can just do it just like this, and then now we can go in. And now we can get a good little sneak shot off on a zombie's head. Like that. And then this dude over here in the corner. Except for we hit the box and I don't have any more arrows. But that's okay. But you see what I'm saying? It's a super fun little mod. But with that, we're going to go ahead and jump over to the next one. Alright folks, so this next mod is the Prestige Tools by ZombieMan64, and it's a small, simple little mod that lets you upgrade your tools like the stone axe, the steel axe, the picks, the augers, stuff like that. The only one that can be really considered an actual weapon is the steel axe. Everything else is just a tool. But it lets you upgrade them to better versions. You see, we have a stone axe Prestige Tier 1, which if we had these resources, we can upgrade them. Now, the reason you want to do this is because they get 50% more block damage and 100% more entity damage. I got to make sure I'm saying those numbers exactly right. 50% block damage at Tier 1 and 10% entity damage at Tier 1. It's at Tier 4 that they get 200% block damage and 40% entity damage. And you could just keep upgrading them like this, which I think, is a good thing to do because sometimes repairing some of these things can be kind of a bore. But if you've got the resources, you can just go ahead and upgrade them to a higher tier and you get a free repair out of it. But you also have a little bit better material to use, a better weapon. You can do more block damage, more entity damage, like especially with the axes, it can come in really handy. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next mod is the 3-input forge with 3 different levels by Akirion, and I hope I said that name right. If I didn't, I apologize. But it's an awesome little mod that lets you upgrade your forge from level 1 to level 3. So you've got level 1, level 2, and level 3. Now, they are pricey as you upgrade, as you craft higher versions, and you can craft higher versions of the anvil and the bellows, the tools for it. And it is pricey, like I said, but it is so worth it. Watch why I say it's worth it. So we've got a brass radiator here. We're going to throw it in this level 1. It's going to take 1 minute and 6 seconds. But we're going to throw it over here in this level 3, 30 seconds. You got a level 3 anvil, a level 3 bellow. It's going to go a lot faster with it smelting. But not only that, in terms of crafting stuff, once it gets the resources inside, it crafts them a heck of a lot faster too. So you can use it to craft things a lot faster and be able to spend a little less time having to do the whole crafting thing, which is what the fun pimps are trying to get away from anyway with this whole learn by looting as opposed to survival crafting. So, hey, you're just getting a jump on the new stuff. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next mod is for the melee aficionados out there like me who much prefer melee over the gunplay, and it is the Juggernaut Perk by Taste My Monster, and no thank you sir. But it's a neat little mod that gets rid of Sexy Rexy out of the strength tree and replaces it with Juggernaut. And Juggernaut gives you every kill, your damage is going to go up to 100% extra damage, and it only works with hammers, sledgehammers, I'm sorry, and clubs. So it doesn't work with all the rest of the mods or all the rest of the weapons. It's just the ones that I prefer to use, which is just awesome, which I kind of think this mod was made for me. But also, like I said, it takes the Sexy Rexy and makes them a book that you can buy or loot, which I've kind of liked as well, because I've kind of thought Sexy Rexy being something you have to spec into every single time is kind of like, come on, man, really? But it's just it's a nice little mod, and if we come in here and we spawn in some, we'll just do a handful of yos, and we can sit here and smack-a-lack them around. You see, we got a nice little buff going. Now we're up to 30% increased damage. Spawn in a few more, and as you see, the damage just keeps going up, and that stamina barely... What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Anyway, not important. But you guys saw the stamina got to a point where it wasn't going down at all. The damage just kept going up. This makes Horde Knights, a melee Horde Knight, super duper fun, because one of the best things I've ever done with this mod since finding it is I've built a maze that, instead of having like a horde base like this where you sit in and you just let traps and guns and no, instead what I did was I had a maze that I had to run through like this, and I had to jump around and, you know, sit there, and then now I could smack the piss out of some zombies and then turn around and run for a bit and then get some distance and smack, throw a Molotov or something. And this mod makes it so much fun because you've got just zombies coming at you and you're one-shotting them. If you pull out your sledge, you go like this, you can clear out a large group of zombies all in one, because this mod just makes it so fun to be melee. I love it so much. Like, this is probably one of the most fun mods I've had for actually just melee building only. It's been a godsend. So thank you, Taste My Monster. I really appreciate it. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and move over to the last mod. All right, folks, so this next mod is the Zara SciFi Pistol by ZV/Zara Eats Rainbows, which I can't imagine are very filling at all. But this is just a fun little pistol mod that, as a level 2 that I've got in my hand right here, has a pretty respectable magazine size, but it also does something kind of fun with the damage. So it just says a mysterious weapon from another time. But what this pistol can do is it can sometimes shock or catch people on fire, which I think is kind of cool. It's a really interesting little pistol mod that has decent damage, a decent magazine size for just being, you know, a level 2 and everything. This has got some mods because it's just playing around with it. But if we come in here and we spawn in some zombie yos, it's doing some damage. It's kind of nice. It's not a bad one. Like, look, put them on fire. If I could aim. You saw it put that one dude and shocked that one guy, set the other one on fire. It's a nice little mod. And there's no telling what it's going to do. So it put 2 of them on fire there. Put that one in shocking them. But you see the fire pretty much killed that one. Oh, we're standing on. I was like, what the heck's going on? But you see, it's just a nice little pistol mod. It does pretty good damage. It looks really good. I love the look of it. It doesn't look too awkward in the hands. If we look around, yeah, it doesn't look too awkward in the hands. It looks just like a normal pistol. But man, it's just fun being able to set them on fire or being able to electrocute them. And it's just a cool little weapon mod that I thought you guys would really enjoy, because I enjoy it and my wife Lunabug enjoys it. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you had fun. If you liked the episode, go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe if you aren't. It does help out the channel. Have fun, folks. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time.